Bienvenue and welcome to Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry, the Let's Try program here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name's Ian Horner, I'm your host for this evening, as is many evenings, and we are broadcasting to you from the Crystal Gondola of the Palatial Tiltheo Studios. What else do we talk about at the beginning? Who knows? You know what? Check out the Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. It's our Patreon. They own the website, but you donate the money, and that makes us happy because it allows us to do all sorts of silly things. And tonight's silly thing, well, not completely silly, but silly enough, is gonna be a fun one. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it came up at the beginning of the pandemic because we started doing a lot more stuff online, and it became, well, it's still relevant. That's the problem. I still need this thing, and I don't know why I waited this long to do it. When you're streaming or chatting or having a meeting with someone in the same room, a lot of times you get crosstalk, and there's really no way around that because your mics pick each other up, especially if they're good microphones and you have a decent room setup. But you're going to get you're going to get bleed from other people, and when it's in a high latency situation like Discord, that gets really annoying and really speech jammy really quickly. So we like to use push to talk in the house, and I mean, Corey, I'm not sure how she does it or what her setup is, but I know for me, I hate push to talk because A, I always forget to push to talk, because B, the keys that are used for push to talk are limited, at least on the Mac side of things, and are also limited in weird ways on Windows. It's no good situation. I can't use my F13 key all the time. I want to use my F13 key, but no one lets me because no one thinks that an F13 key exists in the Electron world or something. So I said to myself, we need some sort of a button that we can dedicate to this. But a button on the table, I mean, you need to have a really heavy piece for that. It's got to be satisfying to push. You don't want it to click too much. No, I want to keep my hands ready for any sort of fun that needs to happen. And so I thought, foot pedal. Well, those exist, right? Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at the Amazons and the other South American rainforest-based shipping companies out of Washington, and there's stuff there. It's all extremely expensive. Well, maybe I can... No, I'm not going to hook up my racing pedals to... I don't need analog on my push-to-talk, although, on the other hand, just fading yourself in and then fading yourself out. Anyway, so what I found was this. I got this at the local thrift shop, Value Village, here in Victoria. Other thrift chains are available. But there's a lot of these that show up here. I think it might just be because we're a government town and there's a lot of these sorts of things that get purchased and then I guess discarded when people move or change jobs or clean house. But this is an Infinity IN-USB-1 version 14, apparently. And boy, guess what? This is a really, really terrible piece of software that you might be... I was led on a mighty chase around many places to see if I could find a driver or some piece of software that would actually work with this. And I think I found one on the Mac side, maybe one on the Windows side too. Either way, they didn't do what I wanted them to do. They gave me no information, no way of customizing which key was pushed. They gave me no way of using this thing outside of the Infinity recording and transcription software. Because if you look at this thing, you get a play button, which is on the big old middle click, and you get your left and right. And there's a good pedal feel on these, actually. So yeah, Richards, we could write a driver, or because I am less inclined than some in terms of driver programming, we're going to take this thing apart, and we're just going to replace the brains with something that I do know how to control. We're going to stick an Arduino Pro Micro in there and flash that sucker with MMJoy 2, and just give this some joystick buttons, which I know that Discord can respond to, at least on the Windows side of things. Hopefully on the Mac side as well. We'll find out when we get there. But yeah, once we got the Arduino in there, I mean, we can flash it with anything. We can make it a keyboard, we can make it a mouse, we can make it a camera, for God's sake. Whatever we want. The world is our oyster. So let's get into it and have some fun. God, the Arduino. Someone just mentioned their snackback step 1 to hardware hacking, sticking Arduino in it. I was trying to think what the what the heavy hitter of the hardware hacking world is, and I thought, okay, well, I mean, the Arduino Pro Micro is a pretty good one. I've got that in a lot of things, but then I realized, no, that honor belongs to the ESP8266 and ESP32 families of microcontrollers with wireless built into them and low powerness. They're a little too powerful for what they, yeah. We live in a golden age of hardware hacking is what I'm saying. Let's go to the booth. We are in the booth. Let's go to the gameplay left. And oof, that is way too bright. Hold on, my apologies. I thought I fixed that earlier. Double click. Come on. Manual, no. And let's get a hard click. There we go. Manual. Good. That seems much more viewable for y'alls. You can stick an 80 tiny 85 in this thing if you were so inclined. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't thought of this, but we could technically throw ourselves an ESP8266 into there and just make this a wireless foot pedal too. I also want to see if there's some way of reducing the squeak in this. I'm not sure if you can all hear that, but where is it? Well, now it's not doing it. I guess it's only if you push the pedal up, which you shouldn't do, but I will probably absolutely do as a fiddly thing with my toe. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay, let's open it up. Let's crack it open. Let's see what we can do here. And then we'll pull out some of the old other tools for what's necessary. Make sure to cover the play with press. Not a bad call there. Can I get deep enough into that? Or do I need a different screwdriver? Oh, no, this screwdriver will work fine. Ooh, that's a tight one right there. Just fill it full of grease, animal-based or otherwise. Okay, oops, okay. Hold on a second, there's going to be a shock to the camera for just a second. And I'm going to reposition it here, just ever so slightly. And there we go. Okay, yeah, I wanted to do that because now I can wang on this thing and the table can be as unstable as it likes. But I've got the camera and I've got the other camera on separate stands today, so that we don't have to worry about wobbly gook. Okay, let's open it up. Current iteration of this particular foot pedal, the Infinity USB 2, is $70 on Amazon. Yeah, that's not what I paid for this, and as we'll soon see, these are boy, there's some price inflation going on here. Okay, just need to unscrew this side a bit more. Right. It's good and heavy, which is you want for a foot pedal, and it also has a really good rubber coating on the bottom. Okay, we're not quite out of the woods yet. Why are you not releasing, screw? You just don't want to... No. Let's use the motor. Oh, there we go. I think that did it. Did it? It did not. But don't want to snap anything. Might have to. There we go. Whew. Bit of dust in there. Gonna move the beard to the side just a bit. Okay, so that's why it was happening. There's just a titch of glue on there to make those, to make what would be a fixable piece of electronics. Not normally so. So wow, there is not a heck of a lot going on here. This might be a very, very quick, very, very quick little show if we've got this done. In which case I'll probably have to find something else to do. Oh no. Fast as Vigil. We are functionizing this so that we can do push to talk. Is really the easiest way of putting it. This is good though. This is good. I really like that that we've got our strain relief built in here, and we're going to reuse that cable because it goes right to a terminal block. I don't think we'll use that terminal. We'll probably you know, go straight to solder directly on, but we could also just use one of these screws to maybe mount that thing too. This is really good. There's no power. This is just USB. So, and it looks like USB 1.0. So hopefully that's enough actually to get us to where we need to be. Right. Ooh. Sous vide burgers. Dang, that sounds like a very, very good time. You always make sous vide as a backup. I mean, that would be the thing to do, is to start the sous vide at the beginning of the show, and come back to it later and do the old searing at the end. Today's beer, by the way, is Critical Point from Category 12. A good beer to be sure. I also am very happy to see in here substantive switches. These are, who makes these? I don't know. I can't see offhand. You know what? I'm going to take one out just because I want to see who makes these switches. I want to see if we got the Honeywell goods, or if we're just if we're playing the El Generico game. That seems like a good screw for that driver bit. There we go, and thank you, machines. Okay, who is our manufacturer of Switchy Switch? K3. Omron. It's an Omron 828RA. Cool. Get that Omron. Omron. Yeah, they're perfectly fine. Honeywell's just my first microswitch manufacturer that I was aware of, so they have a little place in my heart for that. All right, let's get that screw back in there. Nice and tight. Make sure that switch stays where it's supposed to. Okay. And back in the hole. I'm not going to re-glue that because I'm not a monster. All right, I am going to swap bits though to get this this board out of here. Oh no, these people are absolute monsters. They filled each one of these, or at least one of the screw holes, with enough glue to just make it unpleasant to work with, but we'll get there. Ooh, ow. Get the edge of the screwdriver in there. Maybe I should get a knife or something actually appropriate for that. You know what? I'll be right back with that. Let's take you on a quick journey while we walk away from the stream. Retrieve our X-Acto utility knife and bring it on back. Oh, wasn't that fun? Yes, X-Acto blade. The right tool for the right job. Ah, right on there. Right on there. Yeah, perfect. Little blob of terrible glue. Now we can just take that. Well, I mean, we've got to get those other screws also cleaned out. Monsters. Absolute monsters. Ah. There we go. Now we get more information about the device. Good, good. Let's shame them for their bad manufacturing practices. Although, honestly, there is not a lot to this. So I would guess that there's a bit of, hey, please don't remanufacture our devices and then resell them going on here. But they do charge a lot for them up front, so I don't feel bad about it. That's what the right of first sale is all about. You can't tell me what to do. Infinity Corporation. Get that screw just a bit cleaner too. Are you magnetized? Just barely. Perfect. Good enough. There we go. That's much cleaner now. And the final screw. I was quite happy to actually see that this screwdriver showed up during the Apple keynote, or the Apple presentation that happened a while back, announcing the new M1, the new M1 iPads. I think is where that happened. But yeah, yeah, I'm loosely following the right to repair stuff because I want that all to pass very much, because the influence of America on the laws of Canada is felt. So if you guys can pass that down there, then hopefully we can get it here too. All right. Wait a second. Are we all on a common ground? I think we are. Yes, we are. And that ground is blue. Yes, blue is common ground. Okay. You know what? Rather than desoldering that, I'm just going to give that a nip. Where are my nippers? Are they in the soldering? Yes, they are in the soldering box. Aha. Now, yellow connects the ground to the two different switches, and then they're on the blue connects to that connection as well. Sorry, it's a little bit easier to see if I tip it up there and remove the red. So it's blue to the board, and then yellow between the switches. So, yay. The ground is blue, your plane may be upside down. Oof. Okay. Yeah, let's just cut. This doesn't need to exist because it only works with their software, and I don't like their software because it doesn't let me do what I want it to. You know what? What's under that sticker? Reveal your secrets to me, Chip. Let's catch the corner and see if we can lift from there or side. Yeah. Okay. Get a bit more off there. Yeah, slide it right off. Okay. What do we got now? Let's see if we can rub some of that stuff off there. Okay. No, I don't think that's going to be readable. Hold on, I might have I've got another light here for reasons. Oh, my eyes are not what they used to be. You know, we're going on another adventure. I need to go get my magnifying glass. And by magnifying glass, I of course mean printer's loop. Where did I put the printer's loop? Oh no. Wait, I remember I put it over here so it wouldn't get dust on it. It's a dusty time of year when you're doing road construction directly outside your front door. All right. Oh. God, I hope someone cares about this. Just gotta get rid of that. Scrape some adhesive away there. This I rubbed the chip wrong. Hope I didn't scrape the chip too badly. Okay, C17C6341 something. PVXC. God knows what that actually is for. But now you can all check. We had an uninvited visitor from the outdoors. Sorry. 0 Google results. Well, oh well. You know what? Goodbye. You were never loved. Not in this house. You, however, are all loved. Welcome. Okay, what were we doing? We were replacing this with a Arduino Pro Micro. Where do I keep those? I keep them in the box with all the other microcontrollers. Oh, please tell me I have an extra one on hand. Don't tell me I did the bad thing. Aha! Good. I'm trying to remember to keep these things in stock, actually, in the home, because they turn out to be a little more useful than you think. Especially when you need one right now. Much the way I've been keeping around some of the ESP8266s. You know, when they're at the $10 or lower level, you might as well at that point. Okay. So we got our Arduino. How do we want to connect? Oh! Oh. Oh. Huh. How fancy do we want to get here? Because this is going to be an easy one, let's do some planning. So unfortunately, we're not going to get the sitch where there's no extra holes on this thing, so I can't exactly mount it to the screw points. That would have been nice. But what I can do, I'm just wondering if I have enough wiring to do so. That's 1, 2, 3. Can I wire this up in such a way that it can, that I can use the terminals? I think I can. I think I can probably do it with the wire that's here, but I don't want to do it with a bit more wire. This is getting pretty, well, I mean, that's, yeah, you know what? It's really it's really all of them. The thought I was thinking was to crimp some Molex onto there. And I'm wondering if we want to do that. Hey, Wheeler and the wheelie, Jason the Wheeled Warriors. There you go. That's my new name for y'all. Welcome to the show. With all the real estate, how about going wireless? I mean, I don't want to have to replace batteries in this. Is certainly a thing I'm saying to y'all. Yeah, you know what? Let's the heck with it and back. Let us, why not? Let us get some new wires on there in such a way that we can have properly wired We'll get the pins into so that everyone can have some pin fun. And all new Molex. Why not? Why the F not? Let's go all the way to F. So I guess that means we'll plan this out because I don't want to have to solder every pin on this thing, just the ones we're going to actually use, right? Right. So yeah, let's just get some wires off here that don't need to be here. Like, I don't know why that's a terrible place to zip tie to one of the small wires. And then we'll just take that off as well, and now we're down to bare metal. Wait. No, we're not going to get into the beatboxing. All right, soldering iron for desoldering purposes. Too many things going on here. It's Hacko time. It's well-known Mexican food purveyor chain restaurant in Canada. Quick service. Hacko time. All right. Turn you on. Beep. Oh, right. I still haven't managed to say chisel bit for this. I should really just do that in my next order from the onlines. Ian's desk doesn't have protection, it has character. Sheep Dragon, no, what you're seeing here is a cutting board I use specifically for Tinker Tailor solder fry, because it's, I don't want to risk ruining my things. We'll just add some hot solder to that, or hot, well, add some hot to the solder. That's what I'm trying to say. Starting to get nice and hot. Can smell it. We're up to 500 degrees, by the way, which is, I think, why this is taking so long. Also, not a chisel tip, a regular old pin tip, looks like. Well, not looks like, is. Sure is taking its time. What kind of solder did they use on this? By God. Not into the soldering part of electronics, but it seems like a rather large blob. Oh yeah, this is a huge, this is a very large, lumpy boy. Whoop. Maybe if I can... Yeah, I'm worried about causing damage to the, at this point I'm actually worried about causing damage to the underlying metal, but... Yeah, no heat sink. Boy, oh boy, this is just... It is definitely warming me up, I can tell you that much. Oh, might need the clippers to cut off some of the solder. But you know, I'm half tempted to move to hot air for this actually. Good God, if this takes any much longer. We're getting the top layer to start to liquidize, but bit of flux, y'all think? Well, I mean, let's keep the heat on, and I'll get my flux brush, and then we can take it off, put it back on. Come on, come on. Oh, adding a bit of leaded solder will work, says Dragonite Streams. Yeah, that seems good too. I think you're right. Okay, well, let's start with the lead-free melts at 650, 700. Well, that could explain it, if this is lead-free. Yeah, no, that just made the whole place smell like flux more than anything else. So let's jump up, I guess. $650, you're thinking? Okay, let's enter that at 660. Turns out this is even so expensive because they use platinum solder. Oh yeah, here we go. I think, yep, you were right. You folks were right. It's this lead-free solder stuff. Let's get some flux on the other side here. I've never thought about using flux for desoldering as well, but I suppose, you know, it makes as much sense. Okay. This should very quickly become hot enough to here we go, coming on. Just about there. I can feel it. There we go. Release. And let's do the. God, can I get the blue out? Just the blue? I think I can. I can add a new leaded bit there as well. Wow, yeah, Flux does really do a good job there. And we'll do up there too. Okay. God, I hope this isn't a bad idea. Now, why would I think it's a bad idea? I guess is the follow-up question to that. Is that I'm just hoping this isn't going to make it difficult for me to. So good, we were able to keep these yellow wires on, which is the important thing. So we'll be able to go at a lower temperature with some lead solder when we put that back together. And that'll mean that'll come together a lot easier. Good, good, good. Oh, thank you, Dragonite Streams, for clearing that up. Flux will clean off corrosion and oxidation, which works as insulators, so it makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense on this end, too. Yeah, we'll know if it's a bad idea when we get later into it, but for now, what we're doing seems like a really good idea. Oop. Pay attention to the solder job, not the chat, Ian. Release. Who's a Cardcaptor Sakura fan? You're a Cardcaptor Sakura fan, Ian. And let's re-tin that tip. And shut her down for a moment. Okay. Now, What did we want to do? Now we wanted to get some new wire on there. So let's get some lengths of wire out. I personally really like this silicone coated wire. It makes it really easy to move things around. That said, the box is terrible. Okay, so we are going to need 3 lines is what we're going to need. 1, 2, 3. Die turn 3. Am I right? Ground, live, and live. Yes. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines. Black will be our ground. I'm thinking about that long. That should give us... That should give us the length we need. Yep, to get from there. Yeah, let's just go with that length. Okay, black for the ground. That's probably way too long, actually. But we can always trim things down. That is the magic of wire. And then RGB, I guess. Or RG yellow makes the most sense, because I want to keep red for in case we need another color. He says R as he cuts G. Nope. Where to get silicone wire? Just yeah, the online, the local online warehouse. Strive Day is the brand name, but I am certain that other silicone wire is available. This stuff is stranded. I want to say Triumph cable. 22 AWG. For all you wire heads out there. Looks like a generic silicone wire set. Oh, absolutely Draconite, yeah. I think it's been it came from a factory and had some custom box art put on it, which I'm fine with. Right? Did we want to do the strand business? Yeah, let's have fun. I bought me a Chrysler. It's as big as a whale. I bought me a set of crimping tools. I might as well make use of them. So we need 3, right? Yeah, we need 3 of those. 3. Yes, right. 1, 2, 3. We need that 4th one. That's right. 4. Ooh, rather than single ones, I'm just going to look up here a thing. Just let me bring it up here on my end first. I think I've got it here. Let's have a look at download Pro Micro firmware instructions. Absolutely do not. Okay, and we're going to pop you on over. Come with me as we look up some stuff on the Pro Micro. Specifically, I'm curious about the... Well, that's not helpful. Where are your pins? Arduino Pro Micro NMJoy pinout. There we go. This is the one we want, I think. Okay, good. So we've got, let's see here. Let's find the wires, don't break up. Yeah. So, do we have ground and... Oh man, we got ground and 3 digital wires in a row. I can absolutely make a 4 gang. 4 gang! Yes! Rather than 3 individual ones. And then we've got raw VCC, which one is our USB? Or don't tell me we need to go USB directly in, do we? Oh no, I think it doesn't have USB pins. Let me just double check that. Arduino Pro Micro USB pins? Question mark. Oh, here we go. This seems smart. Ah. Accept all. What? Oh, no. Well, but. Yeah, that's okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Now we'll still get to do we'll still connect it up there. But I guess that means that I'm going to need a sacrificial, because I don't think that I'm feeling up to connecting directly to the board like that. Oh, I need a sacrificial mini USB. Well, that's easier because I have a bunch more of those, I think. I'd rather not. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst, unfortunately. Oh well. I guess for the moment then, let's crimp some wires, I guess. Who earns? Second. Nope, that won't help either. Okay. No, we don't need that, but we still need 3 more pins from in here. Let's see here. 4 more pins. I keep forgetting that we have 3 plus ground to deal with. Now let's see if Ian can remember how to crimp Molexes. Right, we need 1 more length of wire too. And you still see the desktop. Well, that's... There we go. There we go. Thank you. Ah, good, good, good. And the one we don't have is, wait, 1, 2, 3, and black. I do have all the wire I need. Why did I think otherwise? Why would I ever think otherwise? All right, let's trim these. Well, these just bend off, actually, for ease of removal. Ambitious, isn't it? Only freeing 4 of these at a time. Do I buy everything at Princess Auto? Gamer Zach, no. And in fact, I've been buying less and less stuff from Princess Auto over the years. Other, as we always say, other providers of junk are available. Oh, good, there are instructions on how to do the crimping again. Choose suitable connector. I did. Place connector at the bottom of the crimp. Well, that's not helpful. Right. Now we only need a very little bit, if I recall, of wire showing up off the edge. Basically nothing. I remember from the last time I was crimping. Big crimping. Maybe just a bit more than that. Let's click back a couple. Okay. And let her grip. I could potentially desolder the existing USB connector. Well, it's not a connector, unfortunately. Boy, shouldn't have thrown that literally away. Oh, geez. Now it's gone underneath the table. Hold on a second. Urgh. Oof. All right, we're back. So yeah, it's only got this as a connector on it. And unfortunately, it's not the right pin width to connect to the Pro Micro, nor is it compatible with Molex. It's different size and spacing. Yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, the Arduino. The Arduino's mini jack. Ooh, offbeat, which that's... I feel even less confident doing that, because you've got some very, as you can see, very tiny points there. Like if I was going to do that, probably the thing I would do is what it recommended on the site I was looking at, which is just go to the 2 points on the board and then the 2 resistors there as well. Yeah, it's a bit tiny for me to feel like I could be successful in doing that. So I'm not going to. But this looks like something I can be successful doing. Maybe. Hopefully. Let's hope we can get those into the thing. I hope the wire isn't too large. But it is silicone, so it should be a lot more squishy. Yeah, this might, I get the feeling this is not going to work, folks. So, number 1, place in crimper, and finish. This is the 0.5, I think? Yes. Which side? It only goes in one way. It's this way. There we go. Well, that looks good. Will it fit in the whole machine? Let's find out. This is the wrong... ah, that's the... Wait, that is the... This is the wrong type. I have pins, not receptacles. Wrong side. Ah. Oh, back these pins go. How brave of you to assume that you had the right things in. All right, out come the receptacles. Let's get 4 of those. Thankfully, we only wasted 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, socket versus pin. That probably sounds a little bit less deranged. Yeep. Get thee back inside your case. Ah, okay. Let's just trim that pin off there. Try again with the... Okay, good. Insert into receptacle. Oh yeah, I remember how this one goes. So, 0.25, and it would like me to be side down, or jaws of life side down. Yes. Okay. So we're just going to actually do it up here first. Okay. And you don't want to go too deep, I remember. You just want to have the wire grip in the jaws. All right, let's get that in there. Bring it down. Bring down the jaws. Ah! Try again. Lose the whole thing. Ah, yeah, I remember this being a repeated process. Okay. Then we flip over. Let's try that again. Yeah, let's not try flipping it over this time. Let's just do it all from this direction. Ow. Okay. Push it in. Make sure it's in position. Oops. Didn't quite, nope, didn't get it at all. Bam. That was a bad crimp. Bad job, Ian. Ah. How do we... Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's use our finger to jam it in there just even more. That seems much better. Okay, then line it up. And crimp it up. And that feels like that might be a good positioner. Let's see. Might have to trim some wire, but it looks good. It grips. It feels like it grips good. I'd say that's good. Okay. You know what? Smaller 2.0 pitch header on that board is a JSTPH. Recommend picking up one of header and connector kits of that size as well as the JSTHX size if you do a bunch of DIY electrical work with breakout boards. Yeah, no, I'm beginning to see that. Things got smaller since my since I got started in tech. Jason, unfortunately, I don't think autocorrect really takes into account a lot of the techno speak that we use on this program. Sadly. Or just straight up model numbers for that matter. Oh, that's some cross. Nope, no cross threading. No good, no good. Abort, abort. Whew. Good thing this ratcheting crimper has a release. Otherwise, I would have been out one connector there. One whole connector. Okay. And down she goes. Nope. Let's readjust that there and then get it in all the way. That kind of just mangled that. Which is probably fine. We can probably make do with that. Bend it to our will. Just kind of flatten it. Yeah. Or just trim it. That's an even better idea. Aha! Look at that. Now it'll fit. Bash it to match, trim it to fit. No one has to look at our mistakes. Oh yeah, wire wrapping and especially wire looming. Forgotten arts. Okay, that feels like that's in there correctly. Nope, damn it. Well, again, it mostly got there. And in fact, it got there in such a way that I think it will work. So we'll just trim the excess and hope we don't need it. And that's good there. And then the other sides are just going to get soldered right to the things. So where's my last piece of wire? I had a green wire, didn't I? Yep, there it is. All right, this is going pretty well, actually. I'm pretty pleased with the so far. Kind of like a pair of helping hands stand when fiddling with stuff like this. I've never found a pair of helping hands that I like because they always seem to grip way too hard, like way too aggressively, and I end up either worrying about trimming my my wires or shorting them out on the inside. That said, I like the concept. I really would like, clamps are or vices are kind of next to my list of things to look for as a soldering help. But yeah, for this sort of stuff, yeah, helping hands or stands. Actually, this is one of the best things I've ever printed, which is just a wire holder for making joins, and it's super useful. Put some heat shrink on the clips. I found that helps with too much clamping force. Perhaps. Am I just using the wrong size hole? The answer is no, but that is helping. So let's get it in position. And that's what it's supposed to look like. That's a nice, good, clean crimp right there. How do you like that? How do you like them apples, folks? Okay. Right. So let's have a look here. We've got ground 2, 3, 4. So that means we're going to have, if we want to put this in here, we're going to have a ground and then a 2, 3, 4. So let's stick the ground in. Is there a direction to these? I believe there is. Let's just make sure also that they're pin compatible. Okay, good. Pin can kind of get in there. Whoops. Let's just feed them in and see how it goes. Right? No one's going to stop me. You're not going to stop me, are you, chat? I mean, hopefully you'd stop me if I was doing something extremely dangerous, but I mean, you try. So we've got that. Okay, this looks like this is just going to be fine. We are, of course, going to double check Mittens' continuity tester before we button it up, but these seem to be sliding in just fine. And this will give it a nice clean look, which I always wanted to have in my projects. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? We got pin connections. They're not as grippy as I might like, but they'll do. They'll do fine, I believe. Okay. Let's, actually, you know what? Let's check that connection. Or no, we don't. Let's open up our ends here for soldering later. So I think we want 2 clicks back there. So we've got a good wicking surface. Yep, there we go. 2, 3, and 4. And I'm just going to leave those strands big and wide so that I can solder those on good and easily. That said, this seems like a good time for us to take a short break. So we're going to get up, stretch our legs, move around, refill. I mean, don't need to really refill the drink, but you do you. Keep yourself safe, and we'll be back with more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry in just a few. Don't go away. Welcome back to Tinker Tailor Solder Fry here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name's Ian Horner, and today we are taking a foot pedal. I mean, there's not much to look at it right now, but we're replacing the guts. Terrible, unconfigurable, useless guts with an Arduino Pro Micro running MMJoy 2, that we may be able to use this for push-to-talk in our daily online lives. We are in the process right now of doing some checks. We need to do checks. We need to... Well, that didn't work at all. It looks like yellow does not stay where it's supposed to, and we're going to have to, I guess, recrimp that. Hopefully this will work. If not, I might have to actually use a different wire. And in fact, I might just do that right now. The rest of them seem good. Okay, so it's just the yellow needs a recrimp. That's fine, that's fine. These are extremely cheap when you buy them in bulk, which, now that I have the crimper, I can do. But need to make it a gamer pedal. Where are the red LEDs? I mean, I would only use red LEDs these days. Blue is far too bright for any meaningful work. Get that in there. Come on. There we go. You want to get it set up. I've got myself a toothpick because it makes it easier to kind of spudge these things in. But what you want to do is make sure that the wire is in the center area so that those big wings only grip the back of the wire. This is a perfect crimp right here. See that round edge just gripping the plastic? The wire is gripped by the metal, and the socket is left unmolested. Well done, me. Just stuff that in there. Please get stuffed. Please to be stuffed inside the hole. Get in. Oh, come on. You're not too wide. I believe in you. Wire. Become inside. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? It might just be this, and I think it is. I've hecked up. I don't think this wire is small enough gauge to properly work with these connectors. So I'm just going to take them out and start again, because we do have the appropriate things for the job. This isn't it. I learned something today. So what do we have there? We had 4 of them. Let's grab a strip of 4. We're going to go with brown, red, orange. What? Yellow? It's going to be this long. Rhino 6000 label maker. That sounds great. Congratulations on that kind of a find. I was humming and hawing at the thrift store last time I was there because I managed to find... wasn't when I picked up this. This was quite a while back, actually, but I managed to find, and didn't purchase for some reason, that photograph of Jesus Christ, or the 50-foot tall Jesus Christ knocking on the side of the UN building. Hopefully someone knows what I'm talking about, because if not, this is going to be real weird. Let's separate our cords just a bit here. Just enough. To make it weird. Okay, and then let's again cut down the stripper just a bit. Just want the barest amount of metal. VM Kid, no, it was definitely a flesh and blood but kaiju-sized Christ. It's apparently a famous painting, but I've only ever seen it in the wild ones. I've seen it on the internet a few times. It seems to get passed around. Oh, hey, there we go. Prince of Peace, yep, that's the one. Good work, Drosynth. Right, we need 4 more receptacles. Bendy, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, these are the only wires we need to do this for, because we don't have pins for the other ones, unfortunately. But that's okay. These ones can be a bit more... Ugh. Where did it go? There it is. So... I'm wondering if there's an easier way to do this. Don't think there is, unfortunately. Just put it in. And then we're going to slide the wire in as well. Just there. Ah! How did I ever end up doing this in the past? Woo! Now, wait a minute. Have I been using these the wrong way? No, I have absolutely not been. Oop, let's release. Come on. Give me back my little thing. Oh, right. I think what I did last time is I just preloaded them with a bit of pressure. I think. Yeah, just enough to hold it in there. And then you've got to just get that just the smallest amount in. I think that one was just a bit too far in, actually, but I think it will do the job for us regardless. Let's make sure it can just slide in. Yeah, okay, good. That one's going to be fine. That's one. Next up, let's get this next one here. Let go of the wire in. You don't need to hold on to that the whole time. Give it just enough pressure to hold it in place. And then, now that I've got my spaces in mind, straighten out that wire so it's not poking out. Feed the wire in until you've got just a bit of the thing poking out. And oh, so close. I think these are all going to be okay, though. I think they're still going to be okay. They do appear like they're just a bit too far forward, but I think it's still going to be okay. We'll find out when we do our continuity tests. Okay. Wow. Okay, the more I think about it, the more I should just go back to Valley Village and see if they've still got a copy of the of UN Jesus. Because it seems like y'all are into new UN Jesus. In a good way. That might have been a bit too far down. These need to be... Man, I am really messing this up here. Okay, good. It's the right direction. And then we just shove the last through. Please enter. There we go. And then we need to pull it out such that... There we go. That's one we got good. Real good that way. But I think these will all accept pins. We just need to make sure that they will accept pins. By hook or by crook. And by... Oof, that's a stiff one. I don't know if that'll be good for us. The orange is definitely okay. Ah. There we go. Well, let's see what we do, how they go in. Let's start with brown on the end. That definitely slips into the connector easier. A little easier, not completely. Still takes a bit of warbling. But okay. And then red, I guess, is our next one. That just flips. Come on. I think you need just a bit of a adjustment there. Go in the back. You fit nicely. Perfect. That's as far as you need to go. Orange, we know you are a happy camper. Come on in, the pool's fine. What have I done? Well, good job, Ian. You've just twisted the wires in an unpleasant fashion. Okay, and then you just keep going a little bit further. That's as far as you need to go. Now you're, oops, now you're not caught. Okay, and last one. In you go. Great. Now, accept my pins. Okay, looks good. Let's see what it looks like on the other end. Click. Oops. Only 2 more clicks there. 1, 2. Good enough. Okay, let's get the multimeter out and test me continuity. Starting to run out of power in this. I might need to just get a new battery. What do we like? Oops, wrong side. Wait. Oh. Oh, did we actually? Whoops. I think we just lost power completely. Well, time to find out what batteries this takes, I guess. Also, no more disk space for recording, so good thing we don't use these recordings for VOD purpose. Come on. Yeah, if it's 9 volt, I'm going to be real upset, Draconite, because I don't know if I've got an extra one of those lying around. Butterball says money's on 9 volts. Yep. Beer, 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 beer. Huh. Well, there's 0% mercury in this thing. Huh. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go check my battery drawer. I'll bring you along for the trip as well. Okay. So 9-volt battery. Why do we need to have a 9-volt battery? Yes, I am aware, Bird. 9 volts are unfortunate batteries, but here we are. We live here, in fact. No, no, nope. Wait, yes, haha. How did you get there? Oh, that is quite possibly the evilest thing that I have ever run into. Not evility, just so you're not on the edge of your seat, folks, is that I had a nice little box, a sleeve of 9-volt batteries that is currently empty completely. So, do we just YOLO this? Because I can't, yeah, if we don't have a multimeter, we don't have a multimeter. I guess we just do YOLO this. Do we own anything else that takes a 9-volt battery? Trying to think, and I don't think I do. Busted a 9-volt potato, 6 AAA batteries, alarm clock, smoke detector. Yes, that's a good idea. I'm right here. Oh, actually, wait a second. Yeah, no, I don't think I need to pull it out of a, I don't think I need to pull a battery out of a smoke detector just yet. We're not going to get to that level of irresponsibility tonight. What we are going to do, though, is I do have a DC adapter that has a 9-volt, yes, receptacle on it. I keep this around for something, but who would have thought it would be this? Okay. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Multi-adapter goes to 9 volts. 300 milliamps is fine. And as I get this Velcro off, we have one of the octopus output adapters, which I hate so very much. So we'll just connect that up to, oh, pad to pad. That's, I feel like I'm making something angry when I do that. Okay, and then of course we do need to plug this in before it actually will work, so glad I remembered to do that. Okay, unplug and then replug the soldering iron. Get some power to that multimeter. The multimeter seems upset. So let's try reversing the polarity. That always works. Hey, the multimeter's happy again. Can you make the beepy sound? Why you no make the beepy sound? Why is no beepy? Common. Ooh, that feels loose in there. Okay. There we go. Man, you don't want unreliability in your multimeter, unfortunately. Okay, let's make some space. Tell me what the good word is. Pin 1 in Red Town. Do you comply? I mean, that's good enough. Yep, there we go. Pin 2. What do you hear, orange buck? Well, nothing, because you're not... Red's good. Brown is good. I mean, yeah, we are super crossing some things, but that's to be expected at this point. And yellow. We're all good, folks. We're good. Let's put that away for now. Let's trim off our 4-banger of pins. Boop. And then let's add some pins to an Arduino. Shall we? Let's do it upright. Let's do it upright. Ground 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. And where are my other pins here? Where are my other pins at to keep it upright? Keep it upright. Keep it up all night. Okay, that seems not at all stable. Oh, you know what we can use for that? This friend. There we go. Please enter the whole verse. Dear pin, go all the way in. Thank you. Same to you two. Pins on that side. Pins of everyone. Get in your holes. Okay, and make sure we have the right ground pins attached. There we go. Good. And we're off by 1 in terms of our alignment, which is exactly what we want to be. Right? Right. Lift and separate. Oh, come on. Lift. There we go. Push down the next hallway. Do the same thing where we push the pins back in. And then remember where we want to connect to. So ground, second ground, goes to that hole. Perfect. These 4 pins will be soldered. The others will remain unpopulated. Unpopulated. Unpopulationed. No people. Okay, let's turn on our soldering iron and turn down the heat, ironically, just a bit. I don't think we need it to be at 600. We can probably bring it back down to 5. Straight. Here we go. Let's clean off our tip here. Oop. Okay, that's good enough there. Don't have any right angle header pins. I mean, I do, but I don't need them for this, I think. Oh, you're right. You are correct, Dragonite. I should absolutely be using right angles for this because otherwise I'll end up just jamming them down. And when else am I going to get a chance to use these, right? Right? Hey, it's our friends. Right angle header pins. Well, let's remove that one. And then I guess we'll reapply our flux. 2, 3, 4 pins in a row. Gonna go find that. Okay, there it is. Whew. Didn't want to spend too much time on the ground. Reconnect to, speaking of ground, ground. There we go. That seems like a more useful set of pins. Thanks for the connection. Yeah, pins plus connectors equals wire gets tall, and that's someone speaking from experience. Boy, oh boy, we're finally getting to the stage in Tinker Tailor where we're thinking ahead. This is dangerous, folks. Unprecedented new territory for us. I don't know how I feel about it. Come on. Drink it up. There we go. Ooh, wow. All right. Pin 2. That's what we like to see. Let's clean that off a bit. All right, get in there. Ooh. Good, that's a good joint. And finally, got the hook going the wrong way on its on the solder. There we go. Go down towards the joint. Okay, I think that's good. Yep. Just a little bit of solder there to it, and shut her off. Shut it down. Okay, well, so I didn't exactly get it straight, but I think we're still okay. We're still going to be fine by having it hang off like that. No one's going to get on my case about that, because I won't let them, because I'm not going to let them see this. Once this gets buttoned up, it gets buttoned up for good. Okay, and that just connects thusly. Nice and pleasant. And the brown is ground, which is what we wanted. Right, let's separate some wires and solder up some connectors. Shalt we? Maybe I should have stripped them afterwards. Oh well, guess we're just taking it all apart. No need for tenshi. And by tenshi, I mean no need for keeping them in a set. Now they can all go their own way. They can call it a lonely day. I think that's the lyric. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Don't call me out on Rush. Please don't call me out on Rush. Brown is ground. Baby, that's the right thing to do. How can I, when you won't ground it on me? Brushing up, flexing up all of our joints. And make it clean. Make it all sparkling now. Doom, doom. You can go your own way. That was a bit out of tune. But I'm only going to admit to just a bit. You've been Fleetwood Mac'd. This post made by the Fleetwood Mac gang. Okay, get that on there. Just a little bit of sled solder. Yes, that's a good join right there. Okay, let's make yellow our left, right, orange is right. Yeah, yellow left, orange play. Let's make orange the play, because orange is the most playful color, isn't it? Don't at me. Yeah, wow, adding a lead solder to that just really changes the speed at which it decides to just go to town. Okay, let's thread that underneath. Let's do, let's use our left and our right hands. Nope, the other way. Yeah, it's easy to remember because orange and play rhyme. Dang. Loving how quick this soldering iron just puts solder to bed when it's running on all cylinders. Boom. Okay. Looking good. Let's tin up that end and put that on hold for half second. Okay. Yeah, black will be ground, or brown in this instance is ground. I think what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to, let's just pull this out here for ease of use right now. We're going to put the switches over here, because now we're going to have to deal with the USB. And the USB, God, I wish I'd had my heat shrink. Keep forgetting to bring that back from the office. Where did I put that? Aha! Sacrificial USB micro cable from Shocks. So I guess we got to make sure this, hopefully this has four strands in it. If not, we're going to be in real trouble. Let's break it off about here so that we've got room to play with if we need to. Test the cable work before cutting it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Actually, to be honest, I'm not sure what you mean there, Dragonite. What do you think? What are you thinking with regards to test? Oh, wait, test the cable. Yes, let's just plug the Arduino directly into a computer. Yes, that makes sense. I think I got ahead of you there. Okay, let's plug that in and just see if it notices if Senpai is watching. Hey, you can watch too. Bonk. Plug in. Getting the power. Oh, right, we should, yeah, Joy. Yes. Do things to my computer. What have you like? I'm not even watching. All right. Oh, right. With regards to firmware, I believe we need to actually get this into USB mode first, which was outlined in this document, which I will now run as administrator. No. Open with something that's not Edge, please. Yeah, power is absolutely flowing, so that's good. Not now. Okay, come on, page down. Aha. So we need to jump, ground, and reset. That's right. Okay. Bring you back to the desk here. But yeah, it's absolutely flowing. It is absolutely sending power, and that's what matters, partially. Okay, let's bring that up here. Whoop! Forgot it's now soldered directly to the thing. Okay, so let's bridge those two. Can I just use a screwdriver for that these days? No, doesn't look like it. Boo! Okay, well, how do we want to jump this? Oh, wait, this should work. Power and short that twice. I forgot that there's a step here that I'm not entirely sure if it's correct for this for the type of one I have. Okay, that will bridge, but that's bridging enough. Hmm. Hmm. You're gonna have to do it before powering? Could be. That's actually a very good point. Let's try that. Ground and reset. Plug in. You know, it's not doing the thing. What do the instructions actually say? When you power up the Pro Micro and short the ground and reset lines together twice, the firmware goes into Arduino Leonardo bootloader mode. And that's how it can be done. All right. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because I'm pretty sure that it's... No, you know what? Let's just solder in some pins. Let's make it easy on ourselves. Doesn't take any extra work, and it'll make our lives easier right now for that. So let's just get another 2 of these guys. Break them off. Ground and reset. Boop, 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 boop. It only goes into bootloader for 8 seconds. Yeah, we need a reliable method. Yeah, that's something I seem to remember as well. I seem to remember it not being the greatest process, but oh well. Thankfully, this soldering iron is real quick about getting heated up, so no problems there. Make sure we've got enough solder to do the job too. All right. Grab a momentary switch and wire it in. No, we've got a jumper wire that we can use. That is fully reliable in my books. Okay, clean off that head. Okay. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Boom. I mean, we probably could have done this on a breadboard beforehand, but don't need to worry about that now. There we go. Okay. Now, if I actually had the actual jumper there, that would have been the thing to do. But where are my jumper wires. Where are my jumper wires at? Nope, those are Pokey Boys. I need the Receptifriends. Ah, yes. It seemed that the war for Cybertron was lost until we discovered a new faction of Transformers, the Recepticons. They were oddly receptive of our ways. Plug it in. Boop. 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 Hold on. This might not even be the right kind of USB cable. I think this might be a power only. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get the rest of my USB cables, and then we can decide which one is sacrificial together. Another tub makes the appearance. Oh, Dragonite, I bet you did, because I've got a bunch of cables that are, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, power only, and I hate them all with a passion. But I thought that I'd what's the word? Segregated them. If I hadn't, well, then we'll find out together. Let's get another one. Okay, I know that this one is a real USB cable, so let's get it plugged in. Volume's at maximum. I want to be able to hear when it goes bim boom bim boom boom boom. That's coming through to you. I want this for me. Speaker. 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 There we go. Okay. Yeah, marking them sounds like a real good idea. That is absolutely something I will do in future. I had a bag separated them, or baggie separated them. But I guess that's not good enough. Although, frankly, I would just rather let that period of time just go away. No more USB micro. USB-C only, please. Friendship over with USB micro. Well, that sure as heck doesn't tell me anything. Where is another device that I have that is USB microed? Very quickly running out of them these days. Oh, I know. Wait, no, that's a Raspberry Pi. That's only power. That's not going to help anyone. Let me just wander away again here for a second. Have a look in the computer area. Is there anything easily accessible here that is USB micro based in terms of data, in addition to things that are power? I don't think I have anything offhand that I can see here that's going to tell me that. Controller's not going to tell me that because that's not useful. I'll just try to pair by USB-C, won't it? Oh, what a fate to be in. Let me just do a quick Google here for another thing. Go away forever. Edge. Show me. Arduino Pro Micro bootloader mode. Why aren't you DuckDuckGo? Go. Arduino Pro Micro Boot Loader mode. Maybe it's not bootloader, maybe it's programming. Okay. There's many different methods. Maybe it's just seen by it then. Short the lines together twice after power up. Yeah, that's what that guide said. I'm just gonna try the other side here. A different USB port. Sometimes that matters. Okay, let's unshort. Plug in. There we go. That's what we wanted to hear. In fact, that's all we need to hear. So now we can just do burp, burp, burp. And that should change things. But, okay. So this cable works. Don't want to toss that because that's a Vive cable. Let's try. Let's see here. What's an ugly looking cable we can cut up? Oh, you look terrible. Also, who's the thickest of my friends here that I can use too? Because you'll have the easiest to access wires, won't you? Which is what actually matters. Oh, I don't believe that's an. Okay, let's hear. We have a couple contenders here. We have this tiny friend. Let's see if they tiny flat friend. See what happens when I do this. Power only. Okay. So the power onlys are going to my left. Plug it in. Nothing. Okay, that one I assume will also be power only. Let's try a couple of, actually, let's double check again, just to make sure that it's working as intended. Back to the known good one. Okay, didn't make the doodly-doo sound. Well. What if we plug in, shorted? Okay, interesting. MMJoy 2, Arduino Pro Micro. There we go. That's the. Don't ever send me to a YouTube page with information. Okay. Let's open that link in a new window. Give me the setup. All right. RST and ground. And those are definitely connected. Okay. So once you do that, then you need to go to your device manager. Device manager. Ports and comms. Okay. So unplug, replug, tap, tap. I don't like that that's not working. Yep. There we go. Aha! I think we have it in. Yes, we do. So while we've got it there, why don't we just do the boot loading right away? That'll make it easier for us in future. Let's swap you friends over to Computer Town, and let's bring up the. So as we can see, we've got our USB serial device COM5. That's where we're going to be dumping our new firmware friends. So let's open up the MMJoy setup again. Yes, you can make the changes. And come on, MMJoy, where are you at? There you are. I love how unabashedly Russian this is. Okay, firmware. COM4, COM ports, let's COM5. Let's upload firmware. And I think that's it, because now we have to select that, and now you have joystick axis buttons, and okay, great. Now we can actually go about programming this thing before we button it back up. So let's connect this to such that brown is ground, as we are wont to do. And now we need to get our rows and columns in order. God, if I remember how to do that. So let's go back to, let's close up this Vivaldi, because we're done with the programming. Thank goodness. And now we're going to be setting up the pin. There used to be a pin header. List here. Pin. Page. Let's see here. MMJoy 2 Arduino Pro micro pins. Simwork, I highly recommend it. They're pretty inexpensive and just a lot of fun to play with. DuckDuckGo.com. I need to fix that. All right. Images, I think, is where I want to go here. No, it's not. Aha! This is the one. This is the one that I should literally just keep on my computer for all times, and just print it out and keep it literally in the box, actually. All right. We have D1, D0. Yeah, the second ground. D1, D0, D4, Oh no, C6? Did I heck up there? Okay, Draconite, what this has to do with is with the, where we're going back here into MMJoy, where we're now working on a button matrix for us. So, I'm thinking that let's start with, boy, how did I do this back in the day? Oh wait, these are all available for button matrices. Okay, so rows and columns. So we've actually got a row on, yeah, that's right, we're doing rows everywhere for everything. Yeah, D0, D1, D4. So let's go with D0. Ah, no, down one, there we go. D1. And D4. I think that's how you do it. Okay, 3 buttons and a ground. Yeah, this is highly unscrutable. I did this once before. Actually, I might actually just go and grab my joysticks to remember what I'm supposed to be doing here with the button matrices on the joystick buttons, because that's what we want to do. Is we want to be able to make these. We want to be able to make buttons out of the button matrix. So let's. So we're going to save set to file. Call this test. And we're going to save it to the desktop because it's easy to find that way. And then we're going to save sets to device, which is going to upload back to the Arduino here. Goes out, comes back, and here we go. Now, we don't see anything here. Probably because I don't have it set up correctly. So, oh, right. And we need to set buttons. And they're not pushing yet. Okay, 1 second. Just gotta go grab another joystick. Frequent Tinker Tailor Solder Fry viewers may remember MMJoy from the Thrustmaster series of episodes, where I converted an old Apple desktop bus Thrustmaster joystick into something that is usable in the modern day, using this very same combination of Arduino Pro Micro and hooking it up to an old joystick. So what I'm doing here is I've actually just grabbed my joystick and I'm going to have load sets from the device. And if I can remember here, aha! So it was D1 was the row, and then the others were the columns. Oh no! So have I effed this up? I think I might have actually. I'm just going to shift things down such that now that D1 is the ground, and then it's going to be the other two. So let's go back to our other joystick. Let's unplug our other one too, so we don't accidentally shift over that. D1, and then we're just going to D0 were the other ones. Let's just go back and have a look at our pinouts. D1, 0, and 4. So D1, so D0 and D4 now are our other two. D0 and D4. Okay, and we're going to save set to the file. We're going to call it desktop I'm going to call this test. Whoop. Save it, and then we're going to save sets to device. And hopefully, we'll see some reaction now when we push one of these switches. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. So, let's just see what happens when we jumper things up, if anything gets reported. Okay, so those are not, those aren't showing up as buttons. Select the device again. Oh, yep, missed that part. Okay, yeah, looks like it. Looks like I hecked up a bit here. So we're just going to need to solder another pin to the thing, because otherwise it just doesn't do. Okay, one more pin soldering on. Let's disconnect that, and you know what? Let's actually, rather than desoldering the other ones, let's just add another one. Who needs to be fancy? Clip you out there. Welcome back. You had a nice trip around the area? Glad you did. Okay. Come join me back on the soldering bench, folks. So we'll stick that through there. God, that looks ugly as sin, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Good God, that's terrible. Why did I ever agree to do that? Okay, good enough. Heat up the soldering iron. Spool out some solder. Hit it with the click click flux. Get some juicy flux. Okay, soldering iron's good and warm. Let's load up the tip. And then let's just provide some pressure. Melt in some solder. And release. Looks good to me. Clean that tip. Add some fresh solder. Put it away. Okay, let's plug this back in and see if it's working the way we want it to. Boop. Re-add this with our proper button matrix of D1, D0, D4, C6, C6, dash, 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 dash. Okay, and let's select our friend. And we're just going to test here. Center is 2. Okay, why isn't the yellow one working? Ah, because it's been pushed out of its socket. Well done me. Let's push back in. Reconnect, and let's have a look at that again. Okay, so currently this is switch 2, which is the center switch. Oh, wait, you can't see that. Center switch I'm clicking gets there. Yellow switch. Yellow switch is... Oh, right, because we haven't actually uploaded these back to the device yet. Haha, that's why. Save sets to file. Let's call this pedal now. Pedal. And Save sets to device. And center, left, right. Wow. Bless, we've got it working. Okay. Let's just set these buttons up here. So we're going to go with buttons 126 will be our center. 127 left. 28 right. Okay. Seems good. And then we're just going to, once again, save this set to file. Again, we're going to use pedal, save sets to device. And we could get, wacky with this later, but right now this is all we need. And if we go, let's now close this up and let's go to our joystick. Oh, we need to change the name because it can't be stick, but we're looking at 2, 3, and 4, I guess, are the buttons we currently have there. So we might have to change that out, but I'm pretty happy with this so far. Let's go fix that. Fix the name and fix the USB name. Haha, stick. Good. Pedal. And VIDs, and those stay the same. Yep, looking good. Okay, let's again save the set file. Save the pedal. And save sets to device. And then I think we're going to be done with the software end of things, not with the hardware. We still have to button this thing up and make it look okay. So let's bring you back to the table. To the table, to the wall. So let's just check one of these cables again. Now that we know we've got the hardware working, let's try this cable, see what it does for us. We should be able to very quickly hear the ding-ding-ding of success if it is indeed successful, because it will recognize itself as a joystick now. Happy with that. This cable now gets to go to the square hole. All right. Let's stick our switchy friend over here for now. Those can go back down there. Let's clear off a bit of our workspace. Just spread some of that up there. Put those away. All right. Pins can go back in the pin box. Chopping it open. We probably want about that much, I think. Let's go a little bit farther and see what we're getting into first, and then worry about. All right, we're open. Open for business, one might say. Strip the... That didn't do at all what I wanted it to. Just roll it off a bit here. Go. Ooh. Oof, doofa, there's a lot of bare wire in there. But I guess that's USB for you. What does that even mean? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Shielding for days. Then, yet again, shielding for another set of days. Oh, tiny wires, how I hate thee! But there's all our friends. So what we're going to have to do is make these join up with the end of here. Aha! Perfect. No problems. No problems detected at all. So we have how many cables? 1, 2, 3, 4 interior. What are these other ones for? Probably the shielding. Yep, I'm betting that's the shieldy boy. Hence the exterior shielding. So let's just, yeah, remove a bunch of cable here. And just work ourselves into a frenzy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we've got limited space inside, so let's not worry too much about that. Okay. God, I'd love to finish this in an episode rather than wait a fortnight, as is being currently joked about, I believe. All right. Ooh, we can keep going. Come on. Open yourself up to the possibilities. Urgh. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think that's as far as I dare go. And I like that I've got a little bit of a strain relief going on here. So let's just cut that around. Release. Yeah, that's good. And then we can just debraid. As necessary. Actually, you know what? Maybe instead of that, maybe what we do is we just actually push the braid down a bit and get about that much wire to work with. And suddenly, to my surprise, then we can mash. We can monster mash. It's like a graveyard smash. It will catch on in a flash. We can monster mash. Bow. Let's open that up. Okay. So we have one wire and some strings and some shielding. Let's clip those strings because we don't need those in here. Snip. Snip. And let's strip a bit of wire, that is. Oh man, it would be nice. You know what? I'm not going to redo the yeah, because I don't have the connector pieces, but I can get these out of there. And then maybe just solder directly to the connectors themselves. If I could get in there. These ones are a little bit harder to extract, I think. So let's just clip it. That's the ticket. And then the other side? Yeah, why not? Or can we jam something underneath there now? Yep. Now we can get the jam in. Ah. Oh. Why are there just 2 of you left? Dang it! Okay, there we go. Just destroyed. What I can do then is I can actually just cover this all in hot glue later, or tape, as is my wont. Okay, so now we just need to connect or solder up these friends, and then we can tape it up, and Bob is your uncle. I can maybe get in there with some shrink wrap in the future. Let us, for now, strip some wires. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And of course we have our 5th friend down there. You know what, actually we should probably trim these to be similar sizes, because otherwise it might become difficult to do the soldering. So let's clip there, then we'll strip, but maybe we'll strip less. Thankfully, I won't need the pin notes because I think they're just using standard cables, and I can just go off of the coloring. If not, well, then we have a different issue on our hands, and maybe a different episode. Okay, so we have the blackest, and then the whitest, or that's the barest, then the reddest, and then the blackest and the greenest. Best greenest. I made Corey laugh. That's all that matters. All right, let's start with the that green. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's twist those guys around, and let's hope. X, you laughed too? Great. The more the merrier. Okay. What's a good thing that's heavy that you are heavy and will hold things down for me? Okay, and then I've got another hand that I can work with. Right. Here we go. Where's my solder? There it is. Go, go, gadget. Can still see from above there. Okay, great. Oop. Oh, yes. We can get that wire in there. That's so much the better, maybe? Probably should have fluxed this first, but... Yep. Yep, definitely should have flexed both sides of that first. That said, this is going to be fine. Leave it to Ian to make weeb jokes. I mean, that's, I think at this point, a good portion of my job. Not sure if it's mandated or not, but, you know, they are appreciated, it seems. Oh my god, this is the ugliest thing I've ever done, and I hate it. I hate this so much. Hold up. Okay, yeah, this'll do. So now we just get those like this. Absolutely do not do what Daddy Yin is doing currently. Ah! Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. Let's put that back in the holder. No, let's bend that over. Can we attach that to that? Yes, just like that. Just like that. Thank you. Was that so hard? Was that so hard? Okay, next up is black. Let's hit it with a bit of flux as well. God, these are gonna have so much gaff tape wrapped around them. Okay, let's just hit that flexi there. Can I actually just stick that inside that one? Or is that verboten? Okay, we'll go inside. Oh, this is perfect. Pressure holds it there. That means we just need to then get it nice and hot. And wick some solder inside. And that should have, but didn't. Ah! And just slides out, you know, because that's how it do. Okay, that's, you know what? Ah, this technique, so beautiful. Two more, eh? We got our red to red now. You know, let's try tinning our wires first a bit. Okay, and that's good. Stick that down the hole again. Try that. It's a nice trick. It seemed to work, or it seemed to start to work nicely. Okay, and then just add some more solder, I guess. At this point, a joint's a joint. All I want is connections. I mean, that is all I want, is just more connections with James Burke. Okay, tinned up. Correct wire. Let's get a bit more solder here on the tip. And then let's just connect it up. Like I said, a joint's a joint at this stage. Okay, and then we have our good friend, Mr. God damn it. Joint's not done. Joint's not done. Joint is good there. Big ol' blobby between you two. Let's do it. Okay, get you on top. That looks terrible. But I believe it's also going to be functional, which is the important thing. Okay, now just need to separate things out in such a way that I can avoid shorts for the short time that we're... get it, short time that we are currently testing here. So I think that's going to be... oh, there we go. Just push that through. Please don't break anything. Yippee! And yeah, let's just hope. Let's see what happens when we plug this in. So if I can separate everything out with glue or tape, that's enough. Okay. Well, that's not plugged in the other side, so let's do that now. Windows makes the sound, that's important. And do we have our 3 switches? Wait, I gotta select it first, but it's also not... Aha. Ah, shit. We just lost our red connect. Do I dare try to do it on the fly? Let's unplug it while we strip our mean bone. Oh god, there's not even enough to strip. Have to burn it off? Yeah, let's burn it off. Let's clip that end. Actually, completely. Got a bit of... There we go. Exposed wire. That's going to be enough to just bridge it. Okay. Okay, it's not good, but it's fine. Plug that in. Wait a minute. Everything's bridged still. Okay, there it is. Push the button. It's not quite there yet, but it's recognized at least. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to spend some time getting this cable in order here, but I think we've... Yeah, you know what? Let's unplug that before we start effing up the bootloader. Okay, well, you know what? We've got some more cable here. I think what I'm just gonna have to do is do this upright, and well, we got some time left. Let's do it upright. Let's just clip all of these Yeah, let's clip all these leads off and let's do a proper join on these things where we can. It'll be a lot cleaner and a lot better, I assure you, Ian. And we just need to remove this heat shrink. Wait, I probably shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. You want to make a MIDI foot switch board for your DOS as beef pants. That is probably easier than you think with this sort of stuff. I'm pretty certain that there is a, in fact, I'm absolutely certain that there is a library for MIDI control off of Arduinos of some sort. And so, yeah, this could easily be your ticket to that. Your ticket to music! The Arduino. Why do they call it Arduino when the answer should always be Arduino? Yes. It's so easy. Even a child could do. There are children doing now. Why are you not doing? You think you're somehow better than child? Yep. Yeah, Dragonite. I think that's exactly what the this kind of thing is. Strip tin, connect tin. Okay, that's one. Let's just get this. Let's get some more room to work with here because this is terrible. Yeah, let's just chop it all off. Strip the entire thing down. Okay. That should have, but it didn't. There we go. Oh, you're still on the desktop view. Thank you. I'd completely forgotten. Ugh. There we go. Now I can be a bit deeper. There we go. That got it. And let's just chop that off around the bottom too. He said chopping exactly nothing. There we go. Okay, now can I get this to properly release in a way that's useful for me? This braiding. Okie dokie. Let's just see if we can't. I know that the crimping tools have a brush for this. But yeah, it would be nice if Arduinos would expose the USB ports, but they don't have to. It's not. I'm not their dad. Okay, and then we heck right up by cutting everything down. Nope, what we're going to do now is we're going to have to solder a wire. But that's okay, because we know what we're doing now. Where was that black wire? Yes, let's reuse that. Aha! You are about to become the new ground wire. Let's get that film off of there. And then let's just flood that with solder, shall we? Just make one big ground point. Goodbye, solder. Okay, and then we'll just flux up the tip of this. And then apply that to the blob of solder there. Thereby creating a dirty, dirty ground. Let's just get a bit more solder on there too, why not? So everybody gets to be just coated in it. Great. Okay. That means we have some more space to work with here. Don't burn threads, Ian. You're not an animal. How's your time looking? 50 minutes here? Great. Not 50 minutes. 10 minutes is closer to the time, but we can go over just a bit, I think, maybe. The ground is typically dirty? Well, yeah. Oh god, headphone wires are the worst for that. Can I strip this with the... No. I need to use the strippers themselves. That's okay. They do an okay job. Let's try not to abuse them at all. Okay. Begin tinning procedures. It's one. I think we probably want to hit these with the flux anyway too. God. Okay. Clean that head. Dirty head you've got there, Ian. God, I'm beginning to sound like the shame granny. Good. Yeah, it's only melting the wire back a little bit. Everything's fine. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. Let's trim our other wire now, our ground wire. And then we can turn that into a tinned wire as well. Why haven't I drawn eyes in the wire strippers yet? Are they new? I hadn't even thought of that. That is probably something we'll do at a later date when I find that trove of googly eyes I absolutely should have around here somewhere. Okay, good. Connector done. Connector the second. Hey friends, who wants to go to Fluxtown? Nobody. It's a very sticky place and it smells bad, but it does help with soldering, so we should all take some time to enjoy Fluxton. Fluxton, North Dakota. Greeny. Let's like that. Okay. There we go. Red. Come on, stuck it in. Strands. And our last one. Well, there you go. I got to take Derek Morford's word for it that that is not a real. That Fluxton is not a town in North Dakota, at least not as of taping. All right. So that seems pretty good. We got everything all thinged up. Shall we use the? Let's use the wire joiner for this, if we can. So let's start with the, I don't know, let's get them all splayed out in a way that is going to work for everyone. Black, white, green, red? Sure. Black, white, green, red. Oops. That looks like it's in order. Okay, so let's start with black. Yes, let's start with ground. Ground black. Okay, and we get this to there as well. This is where this rig really shines. Okay, let's make sure they're touching. Because that's how this works. Solder, let's reflex. Great. And I'm going to go just a bit late here to finish this, but I think we're going to have no problems. Shit. He said, immediately saying shit under his breath. Okay. Okay. Ah! It's not doing the thing I wanted to. Okay, that feels actually pretty good there. Right. Okay, let's get the red one. Okay, and let's get in there with the solder. That's a much better looking join right there. Definitely. Okay, red's good. Next up is, let's say, green. Maybe I should put that down while I'm doing this. Green's good. Green is not quite in position. Green is in good position. Boy, one of these days I'm going to have to learn how to connect wires the right way, or splice wires the NASA way, as opposed to the quick and dirty way for on screen. Y'all deserve something nice, is what I'm saying. Clean that head. Got there. Good. Okay. Clean off tip. Friends, we only got 2 more to do here before I think we are ready for testing and then done for the evening. So let's get that in there about halfway. Let's move that white one underneath so we can come up here. Hello. Oh, you two are good friends right away. There's very little I have to do here, other than just touch and touch, and then let go. That might just be enough on that one. Yep, perfect. Oh, okay. And finally, black and black. It's over there, and this black's going to come up from here. Good, 2 good wire friends about to have a little handshake fun. Shh, don't tell everyone about handshake fun. Okay, that looks real good. Let's clean that up. Whew, dirty, dirty tip. What have I done to you? And then just give it a little re-tin again for protection, because ideally this is going to be the last soldering we're doing tonight. Okay, let's, well, those all appear to be not touching each other, so that tells me that that's possibly a good short free connection. Let's plug it back into the computer on both sides this time. Windows seems to like it. Let's see what our VID foot pedal seems good. 7 buttons. Why 7 buttons? Oh, oh. Okay, are those all in there? Good. Let's connect to it. Let's not forget that. You got to make sure that the joystick at the top is blue. We have a foot pedal, friends. Look at that. Oh, okay, now here's the piece de resistance. Let's go over to Discord and let's make sure that this works the way I want it to. Push to talk. Give me a keybind. Read my soul. I want to use gamepad 1 plus button 125 to push to talk. Ah, yes. Good. Good. We've finally gotten it working. So that's it. Like I said, gonna wrap up the wires down here with some electrical tape, get it all packaged away, put back inside the case, and yeah, it'll look the way it's supposed to. So thanks so much, everyone, for watching tonight on Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry. We got ourselves another successful project in the bag. Wanna thank everyone for watching along with me. Be it you who chat in the chat with so many words that make this such a fun place to hang out while we're putting this together. Or if you're just one of those persons who watches later on the VOD on youtube.com/loadingreadylive. That's where all our VODs go. You can check out loadingreadyrun.com for all the great shows and links to our schedule and everything. And of course, links over to the Patreon, etc., etc. You sub on YouTube, become a member, ask us questions. You know the drill by now. Because we want to thank certain people right now, specifically those of you who are our generous viewers, who will give us your subs and bits here on the channel while I am streaming. Those of you are about to be thanked. Those of you are Paravale, who's been a subscriber for 51 months. Thank you so much for your continued support of this. Don't want to forget, again, the Jace and the Wheeled Warriors, the raid from Benjamin Wheeler. Thanks for joining us for this show. Nate the Pancake, 14 months, ever forward, never learning. Always subscribing to LRR. Those are words to live by. I think I can get behind that. Drillsynth, cheering with 300 bits. Wonder if I could make a profit on selling custom length gauge pre-crimped wires and drop ship them. I'd call them crimp and save. You probably could, actually. Texan Reverend coming in with 54 months of subscription under their belt. Thank you so much for your continued support of the network and this show in particular, Texan. Rantling is a 85-month subscriber. Thank you for that big number of sub months. Epis Vaunt is a 36-month subscriber saying, wow, 38 months already? Well, yes. Numbers, what do they even mean? And the Meerkat subscribed to 50 bits. 50. Thank you, Meerkat, for those bits. And that's a number 2. Wow, there's... I had to shake the insulation out of my keyboard. Coming up next is going to be a show that is called loadingreadyrun.com/live. Hey, look at that. Autocomplete worked for me. Play It Forward's happening. I think that Paul is going to be watching his end of game cutscene, maybe? Who knows? You should check it out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. But for now, that's the end of Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry, and the end of our broadcast day here at Loading Ready Run. Thanks so much for joining us once again. We'll see you in a fortnight for more projects and fun. And as we say every time, ever forward, never learning. Take care.